Hey y'all, it's Raheel. I recently renewed my home and car insurance, and let me tell you, the process was exhausting. From filling out the same information multiple times to the endless spam calls, I was done. Well, that process is easier now. Coverage Cat is a better way to buy your car, home, and renter's insurance. You fill out one online form, they compare dozens of carriers to find your best policy, and you skip the sales calls. They'll do it all for you. Learn more and get your free optimized insurance quote today at coveragecat.com. If you woke up to Still Tippin' playing in your head and hit the South Side this morning getting out of bed while throwing up the H, then you, like millions of other Houstonians, are celebrating 713 Day. July 13th has become the official, unofficial day to express your love for everything H-Town because of our famous area code. So today, I'm bringing on producer Carlignon Jones, Hey Houston newsletter editor Brooke Lewis, and lead producer Dina Kesbeh to talk about all things Houston as we celebrate 713 Day. It's July 13th, 2023. I'm Raheel Ramzanali, and here's what Houston's talking about. The greatest day in Houston is here, and we are going to talk about what we love about our great city. Ladies, welcome in. I'm so excited to do this chat with everyone. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Hey, doing good.
Doing great.
All right, before we get started into our list of things that really capture H-Town for us, I want to get your favorite Houston memory. I think that's a great way to start off 713 Day. So, Brooke, you start us off. What is your favorite Houston memory?
Okay, I'm going to dive into my memory, but before I go in, I have to say, if you don't have a 713 area code, then I just feel like you're not a Houstonian. Like, I hate to say it, like, shout out to everybody else, but I have had a 713 area code since middle school, and honestly, if my phone number is changed, I will be really, really upset. So that's all I have to say about 713.
And you better hold on to that number because we're going to be running out of 713-832-281 because there's just so many people here. So you might be able to resell that, by the way. Like that's,
I know. I feel like it's like Houston
thing.
Like treasure to have a 713. So even my parents, I think I'm out of my family, I'm the only person with the 713.
Wow.
So I gotta hold on to it. But yeah, I feel like my favorite Houston memory has to be, it's always around the Breakfast Club.
Okay.
I'm always bringing people. So one birthday, my mom had never been to the Breakfast Club up until a few years ago. And I brought her for her birthday. We went early in the morning. We beat the line. We went on a weekday. And she just loved it. She loved the experience. She loved everything that we ate. We had chicken and waffles, of course. And it was just such a beautiful memory just to wake up, be at the Breakfast Club with my mom and share that moment with her. So that has to be one of my favorites, although it's really, really hard to narrow it down.
Yeah, there's just so many. How about you, Carly?
Mine has to be going to Bumby's Southern Takeover this year.
Yes.
It was just so Houston. Like everything about it was just like peak Houston. The rodeo, all the outfits and the rappers he brung out. It was just amazing. Like it was so much fun. Me and AK went and we had a blast. When I tell you a blast, we had a time. It was great.
That's so good. That's so good. How about you, Dina?
Mine is like a major throwback to like elementary school, third grade field trip to Bluebell. That's like my favorite memory, honestly. And getting the little hats that are like in the shape of a little ship. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? I don't know what they're called. But that was like the highlight of my childhood was going to Bluebell.
That is so good. That is so good. All right, these are some great memories. I think mine, I can't narrow mine down to one, but if I had to, I think just working at my dad's store on Harwin on a Sunday to like get my weekly allowance and then go to Sharpstown Mall to go spend it right away on shoes, t-shirts, and food was like the best feeling, right? Like you feel so empowered with $30 in your pocket. You're like, yes, I'm the man right here. I'm gonna spend my whole weekly allowance right now. I don't care. I just love going to Sharpstown Mall, being there on Harwin, meeting people, random people, right, come into the store. So that's my favorite memory. All right, let's jump into a few questions that I have about Houston for you, okay? We're gonna talk about favorite songs, favorite restaurants, favorite places around town, places you want to take people, and then a common misconception about the city that you want to change. So first, let's start with a song. Let's set the mood right. Carly, what's your favorite song that captures Houston for you?
Okay, I got two because I couldn't pick. Still Tipping. I feel like that is like that's the one for real. Like, I mean, I love Still Tipping. I feel like when people think of Houston from other states, that's like the first song that they go to. But I had to also put June 27th in there because we have it's like a Houston holiday at this point. So we have 713 Day and we have June 27th, a song that became a holiday that has to be one of the best ones to capture Houston, of course.
Yes.
Those are good.
Those are two really good ones. How about you, Dina?
It's gonna be Paul Wall's Sitting Sideways. Sitting sideways, boys in the days. That's all I think of when I think of Houston songs.
Yeah.
So good. It perfectly captures the city, right? Like both of those songs do. How about you, Brooke?
So I feel like it's for me always anything Beyonce, but there's a part in Run the World where she's like, Houston, Texas, baby. Like every time I hear that, I'm always like so proud to be from Houston. Like I just want to it just makes me want to shout from the rooftop. So yeah, definitely that one.
Doesn't she have another one?
Oh yeah, there's so many Houston references.
But there's one that's like a Houston
rocket.
I'm at that H-town coming down. What is that one?
Oh yeah. Bow Down.
Yes.
Isn't that
Bow Down?
Yes.
Yeah. Our singing is terrible this morning. Oh my gosh.
There's so much. Right? There's also one with and Feeling Myself with Cardi B where they're like riding around that H-town and you just feel like this is like all these Houston references. And like,
that was Nicki Minaj. No, Cardi
Nicki Minaj. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj and Beyonce. Ooh,
yeah. It's so cool to see other artists embrace Houston, right? Like obviously Drake is the biggest one. He's not from Houston, but it seems like this is his second hometown now. We of course have Meg Thee Stallion, who is huge, always representing Houston. Lizzo, like everyone just like represents the city so well. I love that, and it's so cool. For me, it's a song a little bit older, but Knocking Pictures Off the Wall by Youngstar.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I still listen to it now on my workout playlist. It just like perfectly captures H-Town street culture, slap culture, hustle culture. One of my favorite lines in there is, got a pocket full of money, but I got to get more, is like the most Houston line ever. So yeah, Knocking Pictures Off the Wall is my anthem for Houston. Okay, let's go to favorite restaurant. Okay, we are a food city. We are constantly ranked top 5 for best restaurants in the city. So let's talk about our favorite restaurant in Houston that truly captures our love for the city. Dina, what you got?
Oh my God, I have to pick one? Oh my God, there's so many. I mean, oh my gosh. Okay, if I had to pick, it's going to be Phoenicia Deli and get a shawarma from Phoenicia Deli. That's something I grew up on ever since they were a tiny little spot within the back of their grocery store, the old one on the opposite side of Westheimer from where they are right now. Those shawarma sandwiches like really helped me go through everything in life. Whenever I was missing back home, just go get a shawarma from Phoenicia Deli.
Nice. That's a good one. Brooke, how about you?
Yeah, I feel like it's anything Tex-Mex for me. And growing up, my family and I would always go to Escalante's or La Hacienda, all in Spring Branch area. But it's just authentic Tex-Mex, so good. And anytime I'm craving Tex-Mex, those are the places that I go. So it has to be those.
Love it. What's your order at La Hacienda?
Oh my gosh, it's so hard. But I am just like a chicken quesadilla girl through and through. And so I feel like their tortillas, something about them are just so fresh and just so delicious. So I'm always getting chicken fajita quesadillas and then just a good margarita. How can you have Tex-Mex without a margarita? So
nice. Love it. Love it. How about you, Carly?
So if y'all listen to CityCast a lot, my favorite restaurant is Grace's. Hands down, I love Grace's. But I don't think we can do a proper love letter to Houston without talking about the Papa's restaurants, because that chain has pretty much dominated Houston, from Papados, Papacitos, Papa's Barbecue, Papa's Steakhouse. Yeah. They have so many like amazing restaurants, but my favorite one out of them has to be Papados because they have great drinks. They have great appetizers. Me and my mom were in the airport the other week and we were looking around for food, and you know, everything in the airport is like super expensive for no reason. So we went up to Papados and we got a drink and some like alligator bites. Everything was 10 out of 10 and it was reasonably priced. Like it's priced better than the airport food. And so, yeah, I just love Papa's.
Wait, I thought they got kicked out of the airport. Was this at International or Hobby?
This was at IAH. This
Okay,
was
so they're still in
Papados.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so we're all good in there. I think mine is an easy one. I've always talked about this restaurant. We actually had a chance to go eat lunch there last week, but Aga's is my Houston restaurant. I take everyone there. I always recommend it to people who want to try South Asian food. It's so good. What did y'all think about it?
Fire. It's so good. I have to go back. I called my mom and I was like, girl, we got to go to this restaurant. It's so good. Oh my gosh. The chicken lollipops. Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
so good.
yeah. The goat chops. Ooh, drooling.
Go
I'm
chop
like
slap.
still so sad that I missed this. But Carly, I saw her later that day because we went to a play at Ensemble, which was really good. And she told me about the meal, and I'm like, I want to go. So it's now up on my list. Gotta go.
Brooke, we're going to go for lunch one day.
Yes.
You have to
I'm
come with me
excited.
because I hype it up. I'm the hype man.
Well, that's the best when someone's so hype about their favorite restaurant and then they know all the things to order. That's the best way to go. So we'll
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, it's good when it delivers though too, because some places you get there and then like, and I'm a person, I'm big on salt and pepper, and I feel like as soon as I get to a restaurant, like I'm gonna have to do that. I had to add nothing to this. It was just good, like amazing. Yes.
Yeah. Carly, I would have probably looked at you weird if you added salt and pepper to that food. I was like, what are you doing? Wait, hold
For
on.
real, same.
It's like, you're
like
putting-
something's going on.
You're putting A1 sauce on a steak at a really nice steakhouse. Carly, you can't do that in front of, like, people know me here.
Like, don't embarrass me.
Okay, let's talk about places around town that capture H-Town. I know that's an open-ended question. You can define it however you want. But let's start with you, Dina. What captures H-Town, a place that you just love?
Harwin, honestly. Granted, it's changed today versus like 15, 20 years ago from what it was like. But still, there are like the little outlets with all the little shops that you can bargain hunt and get things that are far cheaper than going to a mall.
Love it. I'm going to be bringing up Harwin in a second, too. So I love that choice. How about you, Carly?
So for me, I would have to say the Post, because I feel like it's such a great mix of what Houston is. Like you get there and they have all these different cultures. There's all this different food and like we're known for our food. And also you could just go right upstairs and you're in the heart of downtown. You get to see the city and how beautiful it is. So I feel like Post is like one of those places that really like encompasses the idea of Houston. It's like that melting pot, you know?
It's a melting pot with a modern twist, right? I think a lot of people forget that Houston has this beautiful modern twist now. It's not just this old southern city, and yes, it's a melting pot, but it's also pretty refined and it's really cool as well. And I think the Post captures that so well. How about you, Brooke?
Yeah, Carly took mine, but when I was there recently, I was thinking about how Post is honestly like the next generation of Houston, because I saw like teenagers there, like with their friends, like getting food, and it was a Friday night. So I'm like, I think this is the cool thing to do, like as a teenager, to go to Post, get food, walk upstairs. And then my friends and I, we actually went to a movie like at AMC 8 down the street. And it was just like a perfect night because you were in downtown, we got really good food, we were able to just like be around so many different people. And then we walked to the movies and we were just like looking at downtown, looking at the skyline. So I mean, I admire the younger generation because I'm like, my night out was like going to Memorial City Mall, going to the movies and like eating at the food court. But if the Post is your food court, that's like way cooler than that.
So much better. So much better getting food at the Post as opposed to that mall Cajun Chinese food, right?
Yeah.
Yo, bourbon chicken still slaps. I'm telling you.
Yo, that's so true.
Okay, mine would be, you guys are going to kill me for this one, but the Galleria, okay?
Okay.
What better captures our city than the Galleria? You get traffic, you get the people watch,
Sold.
you get AC, all right? Nothing says Houston like a cold building. And then, of course, you get all the stores and you get to see the melting pot that is Houston. I love the Galleria. And when I used to work near it, I would literally go there once a week around lunchtime just to walk around and just like truly appreciate that we have this world-class mall with so many people inside just hanging out. Like people just trying to make it, stores just trying to make it, small businesses, you got huge chains, everything was there. And I just think the Galleria is the perfect place still.
I agree.
I guess I see that.
Yeah, I put them on my list too because like when people come to Houston and they ask you like what side of town do you live on or what do you live by, I feel like everybody uses the Galleria to like meter it out. They'll be like, oh, I'm 15 minutes from the Galleria
That
or I'm
is
30
so
minutes from the
That's so
Galleria.
true.
So,
That is so true.
That's a good point right there.
That's a
See?
good point.
It is like the destination because everybody knows where it is. Even if it's something that you don't go to frequently, it's like it is kind of just like the meter of like, where do you live in Houston? Okay, if you're this
Exactly.
close to the Galleria, then you're this far. It's pretty cool.
All right. Let's talk about a place that you would take somebody that is coming to Houston for the first time. This is somebody who's here and they're like, show me something Houston. Where do you want to take me? Come on. Where are we picking? You start us off, Brooke.
So Herman Park for me is really like our Central Park. I really think it is because it's right in the heart of the city. You're near all the museums. You're near a bunch of good restaurants. And you also can do a lot of cool people watching at Herman Park. It brings everybody from all over the city. So that's my spot. And I just love taking a trip there. And even in the summer when it's hot, because they have those big trees and you're shaded on the trail, it's still a good walk. It's still a good place to hang out with your family, bring people from out of town. It really is like another kind of central location of Houston, like we were describing the Galleria.
I like that one. That's really good. How about you, Carly?
So this one's kind of hard. If they were coming like during February, definitely the rodeo. That would be my first pick. But if it's any other time during the year, I would have to say like some of the cool streets that we have in Houston. So like maybe Washington or like Main Street where you get like the downtown feel. And then there's also Montrose. Like we have a bunch of different like cool areas. And so I feel like each area has like different food that you can try and then also really unique vibes. But all of them are like, you know, the combination of you can kind of go to a bar if you want to. You can also sit down, you can eat. Like, so it would have to be one of those streets, but I can't pick which one. So I had to name them all.
We'll just say streets. For Carly,
Streets.
it's just street hopping.
Streets.
Yeah.
We're hitting the streets,
Carly,
y'all,
hey.
outside.
From the streets. How about you, Dina?
Honestly, Brooke stole my answer. I was going to go to Herman Park because I just love that area, especially when the weather's nice. That's where I would take someone. But instead, I'm going to say it's going to be between NASA. I'm going to take them to NASA because that's super important. And everyone who comes here for the first time, they like to take me to NASA. The other one is Chinatown. I really love Chinatown. And it's come a long, long way in the last 10 years. So many amazing new restaurants, new boba spots, really popular spots too. And it's just like you can try something unique and different there. And there's just like you will never run out of different places you want to try. Like I tried Malaysian food for the first time in Chinatown. Y'all, that stuff is good. It's amazing. So like if you want to try something new and be adventurous and you want to take your guest someplace they probably won't get wherever they're coming from, because sure, maybe they'll have great restaurants there, but nothing's like Houston. Let's be real. So that's where I'll take them.
I like that. I like that. I'm going to take somebody to the Mahatma Gandhi district, Hillcroft, and browse around. We can check out all the restaurants and eat there, of course. And then I'm going to drive 2 minutes to Harwin and really like showcase what Houston is about, right? Because Houston is a city that has recently been built by immigrants, and nothing captures the immigrant struggle and journey better than Harwin and the Mahatma Gandhi district. I just love that area. And of course, I'm being a little biased here again because I grew up on Harwin and I grew up on, in the Hillcroft area, just eating there all the time with my family, being there working, being there with friends. So I think it perfectly captures the city, and it's a great starting point as well.
I love Harwin, honestly. That's a great spot.
Yeah. Okay, last one. What's a common misconception about our city that you want to change? Sound off. Dina, go.
That we're ghetto. Okay. Like, come on. I find that so offensive and rude.
Oh my gosh.
That is so funny. That is not where I thought the first point was going to go.
Me
but,
either.
but I agree. I agree.
Oh, that is funny.
People have this idea that we're like really like because there's so many immigrants, they think, oh, poor, poverty, dirty, like not safe. Like, yes, crime is pretty bad in Houston, but I feel like it's fairly equivalent to that of other big cities. Like, it's a big city, so you're gonna have a lot of crime. And so they take that as like, oh, it's so ew and gross. But Houston has come such a long way and has grown so much. And then the other thing is like our infrastructure is broken, right? Like everyone drives on our streets, especially new people, and they'll be like, oh my God, there's a pothole on every corner. And it sucks. Like, are you guys a broke city? Like, are you guys not able to fix your streets? Or the fact that our grids keep breaking? I can go on and on about these conceptions, but I just feel like, yes, we have a lot of issues, but I feel like it's pretty comparable to other big major cities.
Okay, Dina, I'm surprised that you brought up the potholes because they're still there, honestly. I'll give you some of those points, but the potholes, I don't know. Look, I'm just telling you, it's still there. You know, like that's part of our city's DNA.
That's true. They are still there. And it makes me mad too.
Yeah. How about you, Brooke?
So I feel like I'm going in the opposite direction, where I hate the misconception that Houstonians are just like a bunch of cowboys walking around in their boots and we just like country music and like it's super country. Okay, so Houston is country. There are people who love country music and we do walk around in our cowboy boots. But my friend made the funniest comment when we were at the rodeo. She's like, I think this is what people think Houston is like 24/7. Like the way we are at the rodeo, the way we dress at the rodeo, the way we're walking around is, I think that's how people think of Houston. But Houston is like its own kind of New York City. It is a major metropolitan city. We have people from all different backgrounds. I love going to the grocery store and just hearing people speak in all different languages and just being surrounded by that. And we just have so much to offer here. And so it's way more than country. There's country, but there's hip hop. Then we got our Tejano music. We have everything here. So it's just, it's very, very diverse. There's so much to offer.
I went to go visit my dad's family in Pittsburgh, and they asked me if we rode horses everywhere we went. And they were so serious. It wasn't a joke. They were really serious. I was like, okay, no, we have cars.
Can you imagine riding a horse on I-10? Can you imagine?
I don't know about y'all, but like I've gone to the north side on a Sunday and there are people riding horses all over. And in the wards as well, you'll see like horse culture is very strong. And it's not country horse culture. It's like street horse culture. It is crazy to see people just riding horses around. So there is some truth to this, but no, we're not traveling in horses or on horses. We're traveling in cars. It's fine.
Park the horse at HEB.
Yeah. But it is funny during rodeo season, we do dress up like tourists during rodeo season who like are coming to Texas thinking that's all cowboys, right? Like we get to play tourists for that couple of weeks stretch and we dress like them. It's so ironic. Okay, how about you, Carly?
So mine is that everybody thinks Houston is just a party city, which it is. It is to an extent a party city. I feel like most people come here and the nightlife is actually like extreme. It's extreme. People don't go home till 7 a.m. sometimes, and I think it's a little crazy, but you know, if you have the energy, wonderful. I feel like people need to understand that there's so much more to Houston. We have amazing arcades. We have amazing water parks and resorts and museums. There's just so much to do that you can just go be like interactive. You can go make things. You can go make rugs and go make candles and all types of things. So I'm just like, don't think Houston is just the party town. We have a lot more to offer to everyone that comes to visit.
Yeah. We're more than strip clubs.
Exactly. Strip clubs and chicken wings.
Right.
Yeah, we're
That's
more.
what yes. Yeah.
And I'm like, who is staying out till 7 a.m. these days? Like, what is happening? Is it
The
just because like I'm
21-year-olds.
over 30? Like, I don't know who they are. I don't know who these people are, but I'm not staying out.
Carly is running with a different group of friends than us.
Yeah, I don't know who these people are.
Oh, no, I can't even do that anymore.
When Carly and I went to the play together, she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go out," and I'm like, "I'm going home." It's like 11.
It wasn't late then, though. It wasn't that late, but I did go
No,
home.
it wasn't.
I went
But it
home.
was late for me. Oh, she did go. Okay, she did. But I
was
feel like she was on.
9:30.
It It was
And Brooke,
borderline.
I'm
Like
done.
It was borderline.
Yeah,
It
could have
was,
been
yeah.
9:30.
Yo, past 9, I'm in bed. Like, I am not
Yeah.
going out.
But isn't that great? This is what Houston's all about, right? Like we got 4 different people with 4 different experiences with 4 different points of life, right? Because yeah, Dina, I'm with you. Like after 9 o'clock, my body's shutting down. Like I'm tired of chasing kids around. I just want to rest. I just want to watch TV and just relax for a little bit. And Carly's like, hey, 9 o'clock? What? We're just getting the day
that's
started
early.
right now.
That's early.
Yeah,
We're just getting
I
dressed
like
to
it.
go out.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
for me, I think this is more of a statement on the interloopers and everyone that says Houston is just Houston, that like the actual city limits are Houston and you can't claim Houston if you're in a suburb. So I just want to say no, Houston is a sprawling metropolitan and the suburbs are part of Houston. Yes, Sugarland, Richmond, Rosenberg, Cypress, the Woodlands, all these other areas are their own little cities and towns, but we all make up Houston. So all the interloop snobs, y'all gotta stop this, okay? So we're bigger than just this little area that you guys love, all right? And we make up the culture of the city as well. So I want all my suburban folks to stand up here and represent, all right? That's my little misconception that we have to clear up just within the Houston crowd.
I'm with you, Raheel.
That is true.
Yes.
No, that's
Snaps
real.
for
And
that.
I can be kind of an interlooper snob, but I know that I grew up in Katy and I have those roots. So I represent both the suburbs and the interloop snobs. I'm here for both of you guys.
Some people used to say A-Leaf didn't count as Houston, so I think that people are just like crazy down
Rude.
here. But
What?
Yeah, 'cause
What A-Leaf is
Yeah.
as Houston as anything. Like,
But it's not
Yeah.
Houston
Hot take.
ISD, so
Yeah.
some people consider it as not Houston because it's not in the ISD, and I'm just like,
Oh,
be
no.
for real.
Oh, wow.
But anyway, my rant over.
look, Houston is everything, right? Except for Fulshire. Fulshire doesn't count as Houston, guys.
Oh,
Like that's a little too far.
shots fired.
Shots fired.
See, I'm being a snob now. I'm being a suburban snob. Well, ladies, that was so much fun. That was the perfect chat for 713 Day. Just really shows you how much we love the city and what the city means to us. So I'm glad we had a chance to do that. Thank you so much.
All right, thank
This
you.
was so much fun, y'all.
Thank you.
That was producer Carlignon Jones, lead producer Dina Kesbeh, and Hey Houston editor Brooke Lewis. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to Hey Houston with a link in our show notes or at houston.citycast.fm. Before we go, please wash your raw fruits and vegetables before you eat them. I know that's the most random thing you've heard me say on CityCast Houston, but there's a reason. There's been an increase in cyclospora cases around town. Cyclospora is a gastrointestinal parasite transmitted via raw fruits and vegetables, like berries, cilantro, and mixed bag salads. The effects are akin to a really bad stomach bug, so to avoid it, just wash your veggies in water for 20 seconds and cook vegetables if you can. Oh, and make sure you wash your hands after handling raw fruits and vegetables because nobody wants to come down with cyclospora. That will do it for today. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something new. Oh my
That's
gosh.
funny.
I don't know if we want to leave that in there or not. That was so good.
I can't stand when people are like, Houston's gross, it's dirty, it's ghetto. Like, why would anyone ever go there? Like, shut up.
Oh my God, that is
Maybe I'm getting a little too heated.
Oh my gosh, that was great.
Oh my gosh.